So at this point, I'm ready to start the bathtub floor. You can see that I've already got my markings on it for the corners, as well as for the seam allowance so that I can do the hem. The first step to the bathtub floor is to do the hemming. That's really simple. It's just a standard hem. Fold over half of your hem width, fold it over again to make your full hem width, and then stitch down. And so this just happens on all four sides. On to sewing. One trick I've picked up from garment sewing and quilting is these little clips. They make special clips. I'm too cheap, so I just use binder clips that I have around, and then you can clip it down and keep moving your clips down as you go. This is especially helpful on the slippery sill. This isn't so bad. The hex really makes it a little bit more grippy, but they still really help and make the process go a lot faster. To make the box corners. This is really very easy. Fold along this line so that these two touch, and then sew along that line. There's a trick to that too. It's a lot easier if you can find a light source. Because this fabric is so light, you'll see these lines through both layers. So if you hold it up to the light, you can see when your lines are overlapping or are aligned, and then you know you're good to pin it, and that's going to be your line and everything's square and beautiful. The trick I'm having with this is whether to put the seam on the inside or the outside. The pattern has you put it on the outside, which you fold these, line them up, stitch along the line, and then so that leaves you with this flap, and you can cut it off and then sew your tie out so it looks something like that. Then you can sew your tie out to it right onto the flap on the outside. That would leave you with raw edges unless I hemmed it separately, which I'd have to cut into this. I'm not sure if I want to do that. Alternatively, I could hem it, I could sew the box corner on the inside, like a regular seam, so that the raw edges are inside the tent. And then, when I sew it, I can sew my tie out right into the seam, do a box stitch on wherever I cut it off to keep it in there. And then the outside of my box corner would look something like this, which is a lot cleaner, and I like the look of that a lot better. And the garment sewer in me likes not having raw edges hanging out all over the place. But I'm undetermined as to which, if either, is actually stronger and more durable. So I'm gonna have to think about it a little more and make a decision.